Welcome to Gapology Radio Podcast with authors Mark Tinas and Brian Brockhoff. We can be reached at gapology.org, and our books can be found at amazon.com.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Gapology Radio. We're going to give Mark Tinas a call and see what he's been up to.
Hey Brian.
Hey Mark, how are ya?
I'm great, how are you?
Doing good. I'm still full from Thanksgiving, but I'm doing all right. I know it was like a week ago almost.
It was a week ago.
Yeah, you're right. It is Thursday today.
So I'm on my new iPhone 10.
Ooh, how do you like it?
So far, so good.
Yeah. I had to find your new number to call you.
Yeah, the other one has been disconnected, so thank you.
Yep. So what do you want to talk about this week?
Well, so I want to talk about the methods of transformation. For those of you that don't know, Brian and I wrote a book called IMBAR, Pathway of Transformation, that's about how to transform your identity to become who you want to become. And in that book, we identified methods of transformation. And I'd like to share a few of those with the group tonight. I thought it was relevant. We're sort of entering the New Year's resolution time frame, and people look at transforming themselves and improving themselves. And I'm going to give you some methods of transformation that we have used and that we have proven that actually work. So I'm going to walk the group through that. How's that sound?
Yeah, it sounds good. I think it's perfect timing.
Yeah, so we believe in identity transformation. We believe that identity is a choice and that you can become who you want to become. We believe that who you've been is not who you have to be. We believe that transformation, although it may sound magical and like some, mystic word, it's not. It's a process. It's really hard work. It's not magic at all. And it comes with a plan, and you've got to execute the plan. So these methods of transformation that we identified and tested are really just parts of your plan. So if you're taking notes, I'm going to walk you through 4 of them, and I'm going to give you a little bit of detail on how you can use those. And if anything else before I jump in, Brian?
No, it sounds good.
All right, so here we go. So again, I would tell you that these are proven and that they work. So the first one is a big one, and it's that you have to develop and implement a plan for transformation. You have to have a plan. So people that think that a diet is a plan to lose weight are incorrect. It may be a piece of a plan, but it's not the plan. Let me give you some examples around that. Dieting would need to be combined with identity transformation, a plan to change how you view yourself and who you think you are. So an example of that might be viewing yourself as a person of different size. Seeing yourself differently. It likely would need to include a plan for an exercise regimen that would get you to your desired weight. Dieting is simple mathematics. Exercise is part of the equation. Without that piece in the equation, you won't achieve the objective most likely. It might include a rhythm change. So what you do daily, what you do weekly might have to change in order to achieve your weight goal if that was part of the transformation you were trying to achieve. An example of that might be eating dinner at 5 o'clock versus 8 o'clock. So you have to look at the rhythm of your day and your week. And lastly, it might include some significant lifestyle changes. So you may need to look at your lifestyle and how that's contributing and how that can change and be part of your transformation. So 90% of diets do not work, because they are only a piece of the plan. They are not the plan. So using dieting only in the example that it is the number one New Year's resolution. And if you want it to be successful, you need to really think about the methods of transformation that I'm sharing with you and develop a plan for identity transformation. It's that simple. So, Brian, I'll let you comment on that one individual piece, and then I'm going to go on to the others, and then I'll have you comment at the end.
Sure. That sounds good. It's interesting. I think with the whole planning. If the old adage is, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And plans need to be very tangible, concrete. There needs to be timelines involved. And something that I think a lot of people forget is sometimes plans don't work. You start off at the beginning with a plan and you think it's going to work, and there's something missing in there. You're missing a piece or something. One thing I think people can really do is think about, so here's my plan, but what's my contingency plan going to be? I have a good friend who's in the Marine Corps, and one of the things he talks about is that he has contingency plans for contingency plans. So when you go after something, you can't just go after it in one linear path. You have to think about all the multiple things that potentially could happen to derail that plan and have a plan for those things.
No, I love that, Brian. And one of the simple things we've always done in the business world is we've reviewed our plan, every week or every month to see how we're doing. Retooled it, re-energized it, whatever it might need to get it on track. But you're correct. There needs to be a review of the plan, and you've got to work the plan. Pieces of a plan may be difficult. These methods of transformation that I'm, talking to the group about tonight are fairly simple pieces. But they can be difficult to implement. So review them regularly and stay on track. So the first one that we've covered is to develop and implement a plan for transformation, and it is a plan. And to your point, it's got timelines. So you need to make sure that those are part of it. All right. So jumping right in, this one is going to sound really simple, but it is actually quite revolutionary. And that is to start one new behavior immediately. So as part of your plan to transform, what is the single behavior that can have the greatest impact on that? And only one, and start that new behavior immediately. One of the things I did decades ago was developed a 15-minute daily workout routine. Just 15 minutes. Do it every day. No big deal. It's magical for me. So by starting that plan versus having workouts be this enormous task and this huge drain on my energy, I now work out for 15 minutes. And for me, that works. But in any case, start one new behavior immediately is a significant change in your behavior, and it can be a big part of shifting your identity. So that is number 2, let's call it. So develop and implement a plan for transformation. Second is start one new behavior immediately. The third one that I'll share, which again is going to sound simple, but it's sort of a big deal, is to stop one behavior immediately. So what is the one behavior that's standing in your way from achieving the identity, from you becoming who you want to become? And let's go ahead and stop one behavior. I think we've got to agree that any of us could stop one behavior. And we could also start one behavior. So when you look at those, again, they could be mountains to climb for some of us. So if that behavior was smoking, for example, that might be an incredibly difficult thing to do, the most difficult thing you've conquered in your life, but it may be a big deal. But you need to start one behavior and stop one behavior immediately. Brian, I'm going to have you comment on that start-stop piece because I know it's such a significant part of the identity transformation that the group's thinking about. So your comments, please.
Yeah, it's really, I think the power of just beginning can really transform your life. Just starting. You mentioned just one behavior, one key thing. So, what is that one thing that will really make a difference? And it doesn't always have to be a huge thing, but just starting it starts to build momentum, which the momentum, I think, then transfers into stopping something. So if you can start something, then you're like, you know what, I achieved that. So now why don't I try stopping something? It gives you that positive feedback. It gives you that momentum. Like I think exercising, really helps. If you start that, that will help you stop the smoking. So it's like one thing I think leads to the other. I think they're really tied together.
Yeah, and this, these things you can apply to your business life and your business identity as well. So there's many different applications for the methods of transformation that we're talking about. So look at them for the different aspects of your life as well. If we were coaching you, we would develop a plan, and part of that plan would be both the start and the stop. And they are significant and they work. The last one I'm going to share with everybody today, so I don't want to overwhelm you. I'm only sharing 4 pieces. And this one, again, is quite simple. And that is to see yourself doing the behavior that you want to stop. So an example of this would be a videotape of you smoking if you were a smoker. That can be significant. It's quite interesting. And we have an example of this where someone that we were coaching did not view themselves as a smoker. But when they were able to confront the fact that they were a smoker, that was a cigarette in their hand and that was smoke being taken into their lungs and exhaled from their lungs, and that others around them were also inhaling that smoke. By confronting that reality and seeing it on video, seeing themselves on that video and being part of it, they were able to quit that behavior based on that visual observation. So whatever it is about yourself that you want to change, videotape it, take pictures of it, confront yourself with those, experience those, look at them daily, whatever you think will work for you, and it will help you transform. Now, the converse of this same method is to do the same thing with the positive aspects that you want to remain as part of your identity. The things you're proud of, videotape it, take pictures of it, and show yourself those as well. So these 4 steps: develop and implement a plan for transformation, start one new behavior, stop one behavior, both of those immediately, and then see yourself in reality through videotape or pictures, can have a significant impact on moving you forward in terms of transformation. So we wanted to share these with you. It's that time of year, and they are significant, and we know that they work. So, Brian, I'll leave it up to you to close.
Yeah, I think, these are some simple things that we talk about. Putting it into action, sometimes it's difficult to do it. But if you start with the simple things and build on that, I think you really can build that positive momentum in your life.
All right, love it. Well, let us know your successes. Communicate with us. And pick up a copy of IMBAR, Plan for Transformation. You can get it at Amazon. Thanks for all the attention around Gapology, by the way. And that's it from us.
All right, Mark.
Have a great week.
Yep. Thanks, Mark. We'll talk to you later.
Thanks, Brian.
Yep. Bye. Okay, that'll do it for another week. If you want to learn more about Gapology or IMBAR, check out our website at gapology.org. Everyone have a fantastic week. We'll talk to you soon.
This has been a Gapology production. Visit us at gapology.org.